Namaste Saraswati Devi Gora Pracharine Devastation Sunyavadi Asyachare Saraswati Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Madhur Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Madhur Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Go Premanandi. Hare Krishna. Hare. Readjust. It looks like the Abhishek's finished.
Yes.
Okay, thought we were carrying on. Okay, so I'll move the chair. Where shall I sit?
Here, Maharaj.
Here's okay. Well, I can sit on the chair if that's okay. Exit a bit, honey. There's plenty of space over here if you guys want to move over here, I guess. Up to you. Might be more ladies coming. I don't know. Who's the translator? Who's going to translate? Kalindi? Okay. You have a microphone?
I don't know.
They're going to sit. Okay. So welcome everybody today, the day after the wonderful Rath Yatra in Bratislava.
Všetkých vás vítam deň po krásnej Rath Yatre v Bratislave.
Were some books distributed?
Rozdali sa nejaké knihy.
Ishvar? Not here. I'm sure somewhere.
Something was distributed.
Some books were distributed. Some prasadam was distributed.
Nejaké prasadam bolo distribuované.
How many plates of prasadam?
Koľko plejtov prasadam sa rozdalo?
I heard 900. I heard 900. Is that right?
Ja som počul, že 900.
Is that right?
1000.
900, 1000, something like that. Wonderful, huh?
1008.
Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. Congratulations. I've never seen Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra dancing in the kirtan before.
To je nádherné. Ja som predtým nikdy nevidel Jagannatha Baldeva Subhadru tancovať v kirtane.
I think I'll get in big trouble with the deity minister. I'll be in big trouble with the deity minister.
Že bude mať ako trable s tým ministrom uctievania postiev.
Because he'll see me stood right in front of the deities dancing with them.
Lebo videli ma, že som stál pred božstvami a oni tancovali a ja s nimi.
Where's that devotee? I don't know his name. He's run away. He has an Indian body. Where is he? I saw him. Where is he? He comes from Madrid. There he is. That's why he's mad rid. It's your fault. It's all your fault. You're to blame. I'll report and I said, Yadunandana Maharaj told you to do it. Not me. Anyway, it was spontaneous, wasn't it?
Bolo to spontánne, nie?
I don't know what our regional secretary thinks.
Neviem, čo si myslí ten pôvodný sekretár.
But it seemed... You were there yesterday? You missed it. Jagannath was dancing wildly with Baladev and Subhadra in the middle of the kirtan.
Jagannath šialene tancoval uprostred kirtanu s
And they were
Jagannathem.
big deities.
Veľké božstva.
Mama. What's your mommy? Mommy, no.
Anyway, thank you very much for making this wonderful festival yesterday. It was lovely prasad, very nice prasadam.
Ďakujem veľmi pekne za krásny festival včera. Bolo veľmi dobre krásne.
Nice kirtans.
Pekný kirtan.
Wonderful. Anyway, a little bit different type of puppet show, but like we call in English, like a puppet show. Narari's wife did one puppet show.
Takže aj to bábkové divadlo bolo trošku
Jagdish Ganguly and Lord Jagannath drama.
Bola to divadlo o pánovi Jagannathovi,
Jagdish Ganguly. Jagadish Ganguly.
Yeah,
he was the blind devotee. Wonderful devotee.
To bolo o tom odanom.
That was really amazing, wasn't it? Did you see it? Did everybody see it? Did you see it yesterday?
Yes.
Wasn't that good?
Nebolo to
Well,
dobré?
it was so good. He's so expert.
Je veľmi expertná.
And the wonderful Bharatanatyam dance.
Bol krásny tanec Bharatanatyam.
Tarana Prabhu's wonderful kirtans.
A krásne kirtany Tarana Prabhuva.
And what's his name? Is it Shiva? The sitar player? I don't know. What's his name?
Ten hráč na sitar, ako sa volá?
Huh?
Josef.
Joseph? Very nice. Sitar recitation. What else was there?
Ešte bola to veľmi
Something
pekná
else.
recitácia citary. Ešte čo iné tam bolo?
What else? That definitely was there. The Rath Yatra parade, the Harinam in the city.
Bol tam aj ten sprievod, Harinam.
Anything else?
Ešte niečo iné?
The rain.
Ešte dážď.
The rain. That was really good.
Ten bol veľmi dobrý.
Pouring down, very auspicious. Then it stopped. It just-
Liehalo úplne
was nice.
priaznivo.
Anyway, everything was wonderfully
Všetko bolo
arranged
veľmi pekne zaranžované.
and a very sweet festival. Thank you.
A bol to veľmi sladký festival, ďakujem.
Jai Jagannath.
Ja,
I don't know how many Rath Yatras all over the world we should have mentioned yesterday. How many? Who knows? How many Rath Yatras in ISKCON all over the world?
Viete, koľko sa robí Rathayatier v Iskone okolo sveta?
Anybody know?
Vie niekto?
108.
Who said the 108? Prema says 108. There's a lot more Prema than 108.
A Ale je to oveľa viac než 108.
Because Lord Chaitanya, this is particularly the Rath Yatra festival is the process where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to taste prema, love of God, through the Sankirtan, congregational chanting.
Takže pán Chaitanya, on vlastne prišiel, aby zakúšal prému v tomto hnutí. Sankirtanu.
Yes, I don't know how many they have. They had how many in Delhi before COVID? It was more than 100 just in Delhi, I think, Rath Yatras.
Hundreds?
In Delhi alone, the city of Delhi, before COVID, they can't.
Že pred covidom iba v samotnom Dili bolo viac ako 108.
Plus they made a law in India, can you believe this? They made a law in India that no Jagannath Rath Yatra can take place outside of the period between the outgoing Rath Yatra in Puri and the return Rath Yatra. All of them have to be within those, 8-9 days. Like that.
Že dokonca vláda urobila taký zákon, že nemôžu sa tie Rath Yatry v Indii organizovať v inom čase, než keď v Jagannath Puri vyjde, začne Rath Yatra a vráti sa naspäť. Takže iba v tom rozmedzi.
Yeah, so that reduces the capacity to do so many.
Takže to zredukovalo tú kapacitu robiť ich veľa.
But I saw yesterday one temple in India did 11 Rath Yatras during one temple within that period.
Takže včera som videl, že jeden tempel iba organizoval 11.
So you can do 11 Rath Yatras in Bratislava
Možno robiť 11
in 9 days. Oh, if only, maybe in the future.
Možno v budúcnosti.
But it's hard to tell, is it? And now I don't know, but there was at least 1,000 Rath Yatras.
Takže neviem presne, ale okolo 1000 Rath Yatry sa robí.
In India there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of
V
Rath
Indii
Yatras.
je ich stovka.
In Malaysia, which is a Muslim country, we do about 35 Rath Yatras.
A v Malajzii, čo je vlastne moslimská zem, sa robí okolo 35.
In England they do between 40 and 50 a year.
V Anglicku okolo 14-15.
Isn't it?
Je to tak?
Almost every town now is one by one.
Skoro v každom meste jeden.
Jagannath is going there.
Jagannath tam ide.
This is one of Srila Prabhupada's great desires to see Rath Yatra in every town.
To bola vôľa Šrilu Prabhupádu, aby videl Rath Yatry v každom meste.
Along with mass, he said, mass book distribution.
A vlastne pri tej Rath Yatre by malo byť masové rozdávanie kníh.
In this way, he said, we can conquer the world.
A povedal, že takým spôsobom môžeme dobiť svet.
Because Rath Yatra includes massive prasad distribution.
A tiež to zahrňa veľké masívne
Part of the
rozdávanie
festival.
prasadom.
You can't have a Rath Yatra without prasad.
Nemôžete mať Rath Yatru bez prasadom.
You can have Rath Yatra, I don't know if you can. I remember we were in Den Haag. Have you heard of Den Haag?
Ja sa pamätám, keď sme boli v
Den Haag, whichever
Hágu,
you pronounce.
Den Haag. Viete, kde to je?
That's in a country called Netherlands. Have you heard of
Je to v
Netherlands?
Holandsku. Počuli ste o Holandsku?
Netherlands. Yeah, it's over there. Netherlands. And Den Haag is the capital. So one year we were there for the Rath Yatra, and Lord Jagannath was late.
A jeden deň sme tam mali v Hágu, teda Rath Yatru, a Jagannath prišiel neskôr.
He was very late. He wasn't there. He was on the road somewhere.
Bol veľmi neskoro išiel, bol niekde na
Coming
ceste.
from Radhadesh,
Išiel z Radhadešu
but he didn't arrive on time.
a nedorazil na čas.
And the police were getting very, very impatient. The police.
A polícia bola veľmi netrpezlivá.
Because, they had to finish the parade by a certain time,
Pretože oni to mali tak, že v určitom čase mali ten
Like in
spôsob.
London, we just last week we had the London Rath Yatra. It was almost as big as the Bratislava one, wasn't it? Do you remember?
Ja som mala minulé týždeň na teatru v Londýne, už to bolo skoro tak veľké ako v Bratislave.
I don't know how many tens of thousands of people were on the parade, but there were a lot.
Neviem, koľko desiatok tisíc ľudí tam bolo, ale bolo ich veľa.
Nice chariot yesterday, by the way.
Včera ináč mimochodom bol pekný ten
Wherever it
voz.
came from, but it was very beautiful.
Neviem, odkiaľ prišiel, bol krásny.
In London, it's a little bit bigger, the Rath Yatra
V Londýne je trošku väčší.
bigger. They have 3, of course.
A sú tam 3 vozy.
They go right through the city centre.
A idú presne cez centrum
Boom,
mesta.
straight through. To Trafalgar Square, it's called.
Cez
Trafalgar Square.
Tower Square, k námestiu.
Very beautiful. Procession and prasadam, I don't know how many thousands and thousands of plates of prasad they distribute. But I must say, your prasadam, I hope no one in London is listening, your prasadam was better. Better than London.
A tisíce porcií prasadám sa tam rozdávalo, ale neviem, či to v Londýne počúvajú, ale vaše
That's
prasadám
my
bolo lepšie.
opinion. What do you think? You were there in London. Did you try the prasad there?
Ešte raz ste skúšali prasadám?
Yes, Maharaj.
You gotta be careful, they might not let you back if you say the wrong thing.
No comments.
No comment.
Nemôžeš povedať nie.
Hare Krishna. The prasadam always has to be there at the Rath Yatra. But in Den Haag, in Holland, the police were very, I wanted to say in London, you know they had to, I don't know if they're still the same, but they had to pay £40,000 just for the security.
No, takže vlastne...
That's 50,000 euros just for security.
Ako som začala, tak vlastne v tom Hagu bol ten generál prišiel neskoro,
Same as it costs.
ale napríklad v Londýne, oni
What to speak at the festival.
Tak oni nejakých 40,000 pounds za to platia. Neviem, koľko je to eur.
In Paris, we don't pay anything for the security. In Paris, it's free.
A v Paríži tam není žiadna security, nejaká ochrana.
We had a fantastic Rath Yatra a few weeks ago in Paris also.
Tiež sme mali pred pár týždňami.
We distributed 1,600 books on the parade.
Takže tam sme rozdali 1600 kníh.
Between, start
Počas toho sprievodu.
parade and then 1,600. 400 Bhagavad Gitas were
A
distributed.
400 Bhagavad Gita.
Not bad. Hari Bol. Not envious. If only.
Závistivý.
Well, they'd probably do more in London. But the more the merrier. We just do a bit. Try to distribute these books as much as we can.
My sa snažíme tam čo najviac kníh rozdať, koľko možno.
Along with Rath Yatra. So, anyway, in Den Haag, the police said, you have to start the procession now.
A keď sme boli v tom Hagu, tak polícia povedala, vy musíte zastaviť teda
Lord
spievať teraz.
Lord Jagannath was not there.
A Jagannath tam ešte nebol.
And we pulled the chariot the whole way with no Jagannath
A
on
my sme
the chariot.
začali ťahať ten sprievod aj
2 hours
Jagannath.
through the streets of Den Haag.
2 hodiny po,
Just with the chariot, nothing.
po tých
No
uliciach, 2
deities at all.
hodiny, len ten voz.
They arrived about 5 minutes after the police said, now.
A oni dobehli s Jagannathom 5 minút
And they-
potom, čo polícia povedala, že
Because we
teraz.
were late, the police didn't let us stop for a moment, the whole parade. We couldn't stop to put the deities on the chariot.
A oni vlastne preto začali aj, keď to povedala polícia, že musíte teraz, lebo máme tam určitý
They were
čas.
in the
A
car behind,
Yeah.
driving behind.
ten voz nemohli zastaviť, čiže
Right at the end,
tak nám to tam vlastne nakladali počas toho, čo...
it is amazing how Lord Jagannath was kind of unmanifested, you could say, but he was still there, and the effect was so, people still were stunned by the chariot of Lord Jagannath.
Zaujímavé, že z jedného pohľadu Jagannath tam nebol akoby ešte manifestovaný, ale stále tam bol, že oni vlastne mali tú meditáciu, že bol tam ten voz Jagannatha.
The power of this Rath Yatra festival.
Že to je tá sila tohto festivalu Rath Yatry.
People never forget it.
A ľudia na to nikdy nezabudnú.
And we see it brings everyone together.
A vidíme, že to všetkých spája.
And we have, in Malaysia, lots and lots of Muslim people join the parade.
A v Malézii veľa moslimov sa zúčastňuje toho
They
sprievodu.
pull the ropes.
Oni ťahajú lano.
They don't know what's going on.
Oni nevedia, o čo ide.
It's just fun, you know.
Ale je to len zábava.
Lord Jagannath's fun. He's just the ocean of happiness.
On je oceán radosti, šťastia.
Don't know what's happened. Someone's tied up somehow. Never mind. I can manage. I thought we would sing a song. Is it possible for the devotees to find the song on their mobiles?
It
is. Because I doubt what you... If you've got songbooks you can use. We're not going to sing Jagannath. We sang Jagannathastikam yesterday. Oh, yesterday, so not today. We'll sing a different song. If someone wants a songbook, there are some songbooks here. Don't you fancy passing them out over there? I have one in my coat pocket. Let's sing a very jolly song, a very simple and jolly song. It's called Shrinam. What better song to sing than a song about the holy name? Shrinam. It starts Gay Gora Madhur Svare. Shrinam. It's right at the beginning if you have a songbook. It's Bhakti Vinod Thakur's songs. He starts off with the Arunodaya Kirtans. And this is the third song. After Udila Aruna and Jeev Jago comes Gay Gora Madhur Svare. Singing these bhajans is so sweet. It's so beautiful meditation. Have you found it? Just keep it. There are a few songbooks, I think, somewhere. Yeah, they're going around. Gay Gora Madhur Svare, normally we call it, but it's called Shrinam officially. It's glorification. The pure devotees reveal their hearts. They share their hearts with us through these bhajans. It's their relationship with Krishna. They're sharing it. Isn't it amazing when you talk to a friend, they reveal their sweet relationship with somebody? It's kind of quite unique. This one's a very simple one. And you can say this one is predominantly, he's singing this song, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, but especially for us to get a basic understanding of Krishna consciousness.
Táto pieseň je na to, aby sme pochopili vlastne taký základ Krishna vedomia, čo to je.
In India, I was talking to a devotee disciple on the phone, second initiated disciple on the phone this morning from Australia, who's from Bangladesh.
Ja som dneska ráno hovoril
he lives in Australia and he loves bhajans.
So,
we were singing on the phone this song, Gay Gora Madhur Svare. And it's just because that's his language. Anyone here from Bangladesh? Are you from Bangladesh?
From India.
Which part of India?
Delhi.
Delhi. So Bengali is not your natural language. Maybe you speak it. But in Paris we have 50,000 Bengalis.
50,000?
Yeah, in Paris. Not at the temple, I mean living in the city. From Bangladesh, they're all from Bangladesh. Refugees. So they sing so nicely. Anyway, to them it's their language, you know. To us it's like a nice song or not a nice song. We don't, understand what it means unless you have a translation.
Takže môže to byť pekná pieseň, alebo sa nám nemusí páčiť, ale kým my nemáme ten preklad, nevieme, čo znamená.
I don't know if you have Slovak Czech translation on there, do you? In English? Well, Lindy can translate. Okay. So this beautiful song by Bhakti Vinod Thakur, where he sings how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sings the holy name of Krishna in a very sweet voice.
Tá pieseň o tom, ako Šri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, on spieva o Krishnovi s veľmi sladkým hlasom.
And what names does he sing? What does Lord Chaitanya sing? Who knows? Who knows what he sings?
Kto vie, čo spieva?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan. Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan. Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Oh, we speak it, no need. Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan. 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 You can also sing that, Prabhupada says. This is also like the Mahamantra. In fact, Lord Chaitanya, when he's asked, how should we chant the holy names, he said we should chant like that.
Takže Prabhupada povedal, že toto tiež môžete spievať. Je to ako má...
Hare! It's not Hari Hare.
Ako majú spievať, keď spievajú.
That's the song by Narottam, but it's Lord Chaitanya said Hare Nama Krishna, not Hari Hare. Hare. The song is different. And these two lines, and Prabhupada writes about this in Chaitanya Charitamrita, he says, these two lines should also be chanted. Especially in Mayapur and Vrindavan. And elsewhere, in the Kirtan you can also, but there's two lines. Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Gopal Govindaram Sri Madhusudan.
Čiže začne to Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Gopal Govindaram Sri Madhusudan.
Prabhupada encouraged this chanting. Lord Chaitanya said these two lines, didn't say two lines, but he said these names should be chanted.
Pán Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, že tieto mená v tých dvoch riadkoch by sme mali spievať.
Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also in public particularly, he chanted the Mahamantra.
Ale hlavne na verejnosti Pán Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spieval Mahamantru.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur then says in Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. And he informs us all, whether you're, some of you are grihastas. Any grihastas? Grihastas. All the grihastas, put your hands up. Grihastas, all those who are living at home in a house with family and children, la la la. Also, yes and no. Somewhere in between. Two, you were double grihasta. Double. A double one. And some of you are living in the forest. Who's living in the forest? Yes. You're also living in the forest. What are you?
As a grihasta, I live in the forest.
You're a grihasta living in the forest. A grihavan. A new ashram, a grihavan. That means a house in the forest, grihavan. So he says, if you live if you're a grihasta, or you're not, you're a renunciate or something, or you're a van, you're living in the forest, you've given it up. Whatever you are, always chant the holy name. Doesn't matter. No matter what we are. We're not this and that. What does Lord Chaitanya say? Actually, before Rath Yatra festival starts, the actual parade, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanted some prayers to Lord Jagannath, or in front of Lord Jagannath.
Takže on vravel, že my nie sme to alebo ono, a v skutočnosti predtým, než začal Rath Yatra festival, vždycky Pán Chaitanya on spieval nejaké modlitby Pánovi Jagannathovi.
Amongst those prayers was this very famous verse, Naham vipro na chanarapatir na pivaisho na shudo, Naham vani na chagriyapatir na uvanasto yatira. Kintu Purjan Nikila Paramananda Punamitabda Gopi Bhatra Padakamalam. Finish it off. Finish it off. Dasa, 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 anudasa.
Že pán Chaitanya spieval tento verš vlastne vždycky pred Radhayatrou.
So what does dasa, 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 anudasa
Čo
mean?
znamená dasa, 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 dasa?
Servant of the servant, servant, servant.
Služobníka,
Actually,
služobníka.
Jamunacharya's famous prayers to the Lord, he has a verse similar to that actually. But in his prayers, the translation, he wants to be the servant of the servant, 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 servant. The servant of the servant, on and on it goes. At least 100 times he moved back to Siddhanta Maharaj said. Servant, that's what we're here for, servant. That's what we are. We're not men, we're not women. We're not married, we're not, well, you know, you can say in the conditional sense we are, but constitutionally we're not. Arios, the Dharma is not. Grihasta, Brahmachari. Brahmachari, Brahmachari? You Brahmachari? Yes? Huh? He's trying to be a brahmachari. Very simple, just try to be a das, 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 anu, das. Krishna will arrange everything. Doesn't matter what you are, Bhaktivinoda. Always chant. Sada Hari Boli Dako. Always chant the holy names. Are any of you happy? Anyone happy? Nobody? Anyone miserable? I guess sometimes, and sometimes in between, something, another dimension. Back and forth. This world is sukha dukkha, is happiness and distress, isn't it? Actual devotee, is actual devotee miserable? No?
Nie.
Really?
Naozaj?
There you go. No, why are they not miserable?
A prečo sa tak necíti nikdy?
Huh? Huh? They what?
No.
They have him or they're with him?
Že majú Krišnu, ho majú so sebou?
You can't really be miserable when you're with Krishna.
Nemôžeš byť mizerný, keď si s Krišnou.
He's a reservoir of pleasure.
On je rezervoár
All pleasure comes from him.
blaženosti. Všetká blaženosť
It's
prichádza
like
z neho.
if you were sitting on the sun planet, would you be cold?
Keď budeš sedieť na slnku, bude ti zima?
You probably wouldn't be able to understand what you were.
Môže byť, pokiaľ nepochopíš, kde si.
Your body would be turned into fire.
Ale asi zhoríš.
But you know, when we're in a warm room, you feel warm generally.
Keď si v teplej miestnosti, tak je ti teplo.
With Krishna, you feel the quality of Krishna.
Takže keď si s Krišnou, ty vnímaš tú kvalitu Krišny, tú vlastnosť.
When we're separated from Krishna, what do we feel?
Keď sme oddelení od Krišnu, čo cítime? Sadness.
Pardon?
Sadness.
Sadness. Well, yeah, because people are not conscious that they're separated from Krishna, aren't they? So they feel the effects of the material energy. They're helpless. Why don't you change the weather? It's not so good today. Make it nice and warm and sunny. Come on. Make the weather warm and sunny. What's wrong with you? We can't do anything, can we? Make sure you don't grow old, okay? Stay young. How old are you now? 18. So stay as a teenager, okay? Don't grow old. What do you think? Tilo Kapma, what do you think? Are you still a teenager or if you... Huh? You're an ager, but you're not a teenager.
Si ager, a nie teenager.
Can you stop it? You can
Môžete to
try.
zastaviť? Môžeme
People
sa
spend
pokúsiť.
a lot of money trying to stay young sometimes.
Ľudia veľmi veľa utratia peniazy, aby
Isn't it?
zostali mladí.
So much money. I was clever. I got it free. I just got a new set of false teeth to make me look more beautiful.
Ja som akurát získal, mám nové zuby. Taký pár, aby som bol krajší.
Brand new. He also did some work on these to make them a little bit more beautiful.
A tiež urobili nejakú prácu na tých spodných, aby
Still
som
got
bol
some more work
krajší.
to do there. Got to make yourself look young, right?
A aby som vyzeral trošku mladšie.
Anyone here works with wigs? Could get a nice wig.
Niekto z vás pracuje s parochňami?
What do you think? You need a wig, young man.
Ty potrebuješ teraz parochňu.
You need your teeth fixed as well.
A tiež zuby si dať do poriadku.
People spend so much money on these things.
Že ľudia, oni strácajú veľa peniazí.
Doing facelifts and spending, I don't know what they call it, but they have like a plastic face or something. They make thousands of pounds on these things. All sorts of things. Just to try to look younger. You're still going to die, even if you stay. And sometimes it doesn't work, and it's a disaster. What to do? This material world. So what do you suke duke mulonako vadane hodinam kulure. You should always fill your lips with prasadam. Is that right? Eat as much as you can. Is that what he says? Is that what he says? Fill your lips with prajalpa. You know what prajalpa is? You know what prajalpa is? You know? You don't. You should know. You're a young man. You should know what it means. Innocence. Now they're exposed to God knows what. What to do? What is prajalpa? If anyone doesn't know, they may need to know. What is prajalpa?
Village talks.
Village talk. Well, it's a colloquial English term, village talk. It doesn't necessitate necessarily bad talk, but it means useless, idle talk. Simply gossip, blah, 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 blah. Think of something to say. Talk about this, talk about that, the weather, the news, the neighbors, the family, or something, anything and everything. Just think of something to say and talk. It does no good for anyone. All over the world this is going on. So the whole atmosphere is surcharged with prajalpa. And sometimes it's very offensive. Lying, aggressive language, sensual language. Is it? I saw one Indian man yesterday with a t-shirt. I had to take my eyes off it. God, what it said on his... I don't even know if he knows what it meant. It was filthy language he had on his t-shirt. Indian man. Filthy language. In England.
Napísané niečo a ja som musel proste dávať oči preč z neho, lebo mal to napísané niečo veľmi nepekné. Nevedel, čo to má.
In some countries you probably get arrested if you had that written on your t-shirt.
A že pravdepodobne by ste mali byť
contaminating the atmosphere. What to speak of social media?
A čo povedať o sociálnych médiách?
They call it social.
Oni tomu hovorí, že sociálne.
I have to think of another name, but is it very social?
Je to sociálne veľmi?
I guess it is if you're from the lower planets.
Keď ste
something from the lower planetary systems, you know.
Niekde na nižších planetárnych systémoch.
Technology, probably said this technology comes from the lower planetary systems.
Hovoria, že tá technológia prichádza z nižších planét. It's a wonderful media for spreading prajalpa. And not just prajalpa, but offensive. Takže tieto médiá sú na to, aby vlastne rozširovali tú prajalpu, a nielen prajalpu, ale aby to bolo aj také...
It's a wonderful media for spreading Krishna consciousness if we take advantage of it too.
Ale tiež môžeme ich použiť na rozširovanie Krishna vedomia, keď to správne využijeme.
Prajalpa is a great obstacle on the path of devotion.
Ale tá prajalpa je veľká prekážka na ceste
We don't
oddanosti.
fill our lips with prajalpa
Takže my nemáme naplniť svoje pery prajalpou.
or fill our mouths. We fill them with the holy name.
Čím ich naplníme? O svätým menom.
Whenever you get a spare moment, Prabhupada said, chant.
Takže keď máš nejaký čas,
Chant Hare
tak
Krishna.
spievaj Hare Krishna.
What's happening out there? Something going on?
Niečo sa tam deje?
There's another program going on out in the
Je tam nejaký
garden.
ďalší program vonku?
That looks more exciting to me.
Vyzerajú si tam viac nadšení. Children's program.
Yeah. They're having children's mela,
Children's mela. Detská mela.
kids mela.
Detská mela.
They all trying to have fun, and even they get suffering. I saw your son was having a trauma earlier on. I saw him.
Že tvoj syn mal nejakú traumu predtým? Niečo tam sa stalo?
Satyabhama's son.
Satyabhama.
If they don't get what they want, they go into a fit
Dokonca
of
oni sa
rage.
snažia, keď nedostanú, čo chcú,
And they have such loud voices.
tak potom majú také silné hlasy.
Babies, huh?
Tie deti.
Little tiny baby, this big.
Bábka,
You can hear it from a mile away when it
také
screams.
malinké a môžeš počuť
Tiny little baby.
také malinké babetko.
Louder than us, practically. Amazing how these things are. But whatever we are, whatever condition we're in, try to chant the holy names.
Takže v akýchkoľvek ste podmienkach, tak snažte sa spievať.
We're all struggling in this world of illusion, Maya.
My všetci zápasíme v tomto svete, ilúzie,
Yeah. Trying to enjoy, trying to balance things up,
snažíme sa
trying to
užívať
avoid
si,
suffering,
balancovať veci,
or
snažíme sa
tolerate
vyhnúť
it.
nejakému utrpeniu,
trying to
tolerovať,
find some happiness somewhere.
snažíme sa nájsť šťastie.
Prabhupada says that what we call happiness in this world is more or less a relief from suffering.
Že
We
to, čo
call that
my
happiness.
považujeme za šťastie v tomto svete, je viac menej len taká úľava od
I feel so good now.
Fú, že teraz
Oh,
dobre,
You're hungry and you fill your belly.
že proste si hladný, no tak
I feel so good.
naplníš brucho a cítiš sa
Some
dobre.
urge is there and you're able to satisfy that urge. I feel so good.
Tomu tkanie
Whoa.
proste za
You had a good sleep. I feel so good. You're freezing cold.
potrebujete
and it
si
gets
dobre
nice
vyspať,
warm.
alebo
Wow, I feel so good. I feel so good. And so on and on and
a tak
on.
ďalej, tak ďalej.
But actually it's just a relief of
A v
distress.
skutočnosti je to vlastne úľava od toho utrpenia.
Then you get a little bit, well, there is said to be sukha, to get a little happiness there, but basically it's a relief of distress.
Takže čokoľvek je nazvané ako že súka, že je to šťastie, je to len ako že úľava od toho.
And we're all struggling in this world,
My zápasíme v tom
suffering
svete.
with threefold miseries. What are the threefold miseries in this world?
Tri hlavné utrpenia v tomto svete.
Who said that? Oh, here he goes. Prema. And in English, somebody say what does Adhyatmika mean in English?
Takže sú to tie tri Adhyatmika.
And then we'll have it in Slovak, of course. You can say it in Slovak.
Adhyatmika. Viete mi
What does it
povedať?
mean? Say it in Slovak.
Povedz
or
po
Czech or
slovensku,
whatever
čo
your
to
language
znamená
is.
Adhyatmika.
What is Adhyatmika?
Čo to je?
This song is basic. You know, there are three divisions of the Vedas, and the first one, which is the basic one. So this song is a basic song. It's mostly focused just on sambandha, means connection or basic knowledge, foundational knowledge. in
Že v
spiritual.
Vedách máme vlastne tri také
So, this
divízie
is
a
part of
táto vlastne pieseň sa hlavne
What is
na
Adhyatmika?
sambandhu zameriava, čiže to znamená...
You're a
také
brahmachari.
základné
What's
poznanie.
Adhyatmika?
Čo je Adhyatmika?
Mysľovateľom.
What do you say?
He's saying it's distress caused by body and
Mind, yeah.
mind.
Even brahmacharis, they also sometimes experience
Dokonca aj brahmachari
distress from the body and the mind.
Čiže je to utrpenie od
Anybody here
tela.
experienced that?
Niekto z vás to
Yes.
zažil?
Isn't it amazing if we could understand that we're not this body, we're not this mind? Realize it, not
Bolo
just
by to
theory.
Nebolo by to úžasné, keď
Above it.
sme to chápali, že nie sme táto mysel, toto telo, ale nielen, že chápali, ale zrealizovali to.
The whole thing's going on, just like outside. Maybe there's who knows what's going on out there. There's some problem here, problem.
Pozeráme, čo sa deje vonku.
But it doesn't affect us, does
Ale
it?
to vôbec vás nejak neovplyvní.
Maybe that person over there in the house over there is having some problem. I don't know.
Možno
But it doesn't affect us. 'Cause
človek, ktorý je tam vedľa v dome, má nejaký problém, vôbec nás to
we're not
neovplyvní.
related to it.
Nejak sa k tomu nesťahujeme.
You go along the street, all sorts of things are happening.
Idete na ulicu, veľa vecí sa tam deje.
It doesn't affect us much, maybe
Vôbec
a
nás
little
to
bit.
nejako neovplyvní.
And similarly with the body, which is,
Podobne s telom.
we identify with it, we're attached to
My
it.
sa s ním identifikujeme s nejakými
Same with the
produktami,
mind, you know.
rovnako zmyslu.
So we get affected, huh?
Takže sme s tým
When you get a
ovplyvnení.
toothache, you get affected, right? Tooth,
Že nás boli napríklad zuby.
yeah. The dental problem.
Že tam dentálny
You have to be transcendental, you have to rise above it.
Sú transcendentálny, nie dentálny. Na to sa pozná.
You get a headache, pain,
Boli vás hlava,
so much pain, stomachache,
alebo brucho,
or something even worse.
alebo niečo horšie.
By the way, just like to mention, not many of you may know, but one of our most wonderful devotee disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Ambarish Prabhu. Has anyone heard of Ambarish Prabhu?
Neviem, či viete, počuli ste o Ambarishovi Prabhu, to je
He's the great grandson or grandson, one of them,
Šrila Prabhupada.
Henry Ford, the Ford Motor Company.
On je vnukom Henry Forda.
Very big family in America.
Takže
So he's
veľký človek v Amerike.
One of the heirs. And he's the main financier of the Temple of Vedic Planetarium.
A on je hlavný sponzor chrámu vedského planetária v Nápure.
He's also one of the masterminds behind the whole project, their design and everything.
A on je taká jedna z tých hlavných
So he is very sick,
osobností za celým tým
very ill,
projektom.
he's in hospital.
A je veľmi chorý, teraz je v nemocnici.
He had a stroke a few days ago.
Pár dní dozadu mal
And
infarkt.
his health has deteriorated again.
Takže
So
jeho zdravie znova
we don't expect everybody to respond, but bear this in mind.
Takže myslíte na to,
His life desires to see that temple finished.
pretože jeho
Put all of his
priamo bolo
savings into
vidieť tento chrám dokončený.
So let us prayerfully and hope that Krishna knows whatever he wants, of course, but
Takže snáď Krišna vie, čo chce.
we need the association of these wonderful devotees in our
Takže
life.
my potrebujeme spoločnosť takýchto krásnych vodaných.
So Bhaktivinoda says that's the nature of this world. We're struggling very hard.
Takže Bhaktivinoda povedal, že toto je
Trying to
prirodzené
survive
tohto
in this world.
sveta, že veľmi tu na zápasíme,
But unfortunately we missed the point.
ale v skutočnosti sme
We
nám
missed the
ušiel
point.
ten hlavný bod.
We work very hard, we have families, we have jobs, we have all kinds of things, but we're
Takže my
missing
pracujeme veľmi ťažko,
purpose.
máme
What is the
prácu,
purpose of human life?
rodinu, všetko.
What is the purpose?
Ale čo je ten zmysel ľudského života?
Working, someone said. Very good. Working. Somebody said working?
Niekto povedal pracovať?
Working, okay. You do well.
Darí sa
You'd be very popular now.
je to teraz
Working.
veľmi populárne.
Manda samanda mateo, manda bhagavapatutaha. It's Bhagavatam states this age people are lazy. They don't like to work much. Some
Bhagavad
people
tam hovorí, že ľudia sú leniví, že nechcú pracovať.
tendencies to be a bit lazy, isn't it? So what's the purpose of human life?
Takže aký je význam ľudského života?
Depends what you mean by working, I guess. What's the purpose?
Takže aký je zmysel?
Anybody know?
Vie niekto?
Prabhu?
To become out from this death and life cycle.
To get out of this life and death.
Čiže
What
oslobodiť sa z
are you going to do when you get out of it?
smrti a narodenia.
Well, you won't
Čo
be
s tým získaš?
suffering from it, but that doesn't mean necessarily what will happen. What are you going to do when you get out of it?
No a čo budeš robiť, keď sa z toho vyslobodíš?
Is that the goal of life, just to get free of birth and death?
Je to o tom, že život je...
Prema, you're saying no, I think.
Rodenia a smrti.
What do you want to say?
Love Krishna.
Love Krishna. She wants prema. Where's prema? There
Ona
he
hovorí,
is.
že
She wants you.
máš rád milovať Krishna, ona chce prema.
And the purpose of human life, at least to inquire, Tata Brahma Dignas.
Aspoň
At least
sa
Jivasya
dotazovať
Tattva Jignas, at least inquire in that direction, isn't it?
týmto smerom.
Not many people are inquiring, and even we don't inquire that much. I mean, we listen, we hear, we do, but we're not all necessarily so actively focused in that way.
Ľudia sa bežne ako veľa nedotazujú, ale my tiež sme takí, že väčšinou len načúvame, ale aktívne sa nezapájame otázkami, až tak sa nezaujímame.
And Srila Goswami says that, Kamasya Nandriya Pati Labo Jiveti Yavada Jivasya Tattva Jignasnatriyascha Karmabi.
Tak Goswami povedal tento verš.
Life's desires, that we should never be, human life is not meant for sense gratification.
Život nie je určený na uspokojenie zmyslov.
It's meant for inquiry into the nature of the absolute truth.
Ale je určený na dotazovanie sa o prirodzenosti, absolútnej
That should be the goal of our lives. Or if you like to work, the word is actually work. That should be the goal of our work, to inquire into the nature of the absolute truth. Everything we should do should be for that purpose. Otherwise, otherwise it's shrama evi kevalam, a waste of time. It's okay, you can work, but it should be in light of, connecting it to the Supreme Absolute.
Že je to v poriadku pracovať, ale malo by to
You can have a family.
Spojené s dotazovaním sa na absolútne.
You can be a grihastha, you can be a vanaprastha, you can be a sannyasi, brahmachari, anything you like.
Môžete mať samozrejme rodinu, môžete byť grihastha, sannyasi, vanaprastha.
Connected to Krishna.
Nejak to spojíte s Krishnom.
And when it becomes pleasing, Sangsadiya Haritoshnam should be pleasing to Krishna.
Malo by to tešiť Krishnu.
But unfortunately, people are not doing that. And a simple way you do it says, unfortunately, people are not doing it. They're not chanting Radha Madhava Nambolole. They're not chanting the name of Radha Madhava or the name of Radha Krishna or Hare Krishna. They're not doing it.
Ale na nešťastie ľudia to nerobia, že teda nečentujú mená Radhy a Krishna, Radhy Madhavy.
They're chanting other things.
Oni spievajú niečo iné.
Political slogans. We want freedom. We are supporting some thing or another, football team or something. They're chanting all kinds of nonsense. But they're not chanting the names of God. They remain in this material world. They remain in this world. And this world is very flecked. There's another beautiful song by Lochan Das Thakur. Kamala Dalamala. No, that's not. That's Govinda Das. What is it? I've forgotten. There's a lovely song where he talks about how the jiva is just like a drop of water on a lotus leaf. This life is just like a drop of water on a lotus leaf.
Takže to je pieseň o tom, ako jiva je ako kvapka vody na lotosovom liste.
And it may fall off. If you ever seen a lotus leaf?
A ona môže spadnúť.
Someone's coming in through the door there. Here they come. Okay. The Lord is now going to relish the love of his devotees.
Pán teraz ide zakúsiť lásku svojich oddaných.
Love and devotion. Priti Purvakam.
Lásku a oddanosť.
Not sure what's going on. The curtains are closing. Jai. Shri Krishna Balaram ki jai. Our life is very short. It's tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal.
Náš život je veľmi krátky a on
very shiny.
Sedí ako taká
the water drops and it remains like a bead of water and it can zip off at any moment.
Na tom liste lotusu a hoci kedy proste môže len tak spadnúť do vody naspäť.
Don't waste our lives. This life, human life, is very, very rare.
Nestrácajte tento život, lebo tento ľudský život je veľmi...
Engage our senses in the service of Krishna. There's a famous verse. This is, in many ways, is one of the most important verses. It's said to be the most significant verse of Nectar of Devotion, at least. Those who've studied Nectar of Devotion will know this verse.
V Nektárii oddanosti je jeden vlastne taký najdôležitejší verš,
What is that
ktorí
verse?
ste to už študovali.
What is the verse?
Aký je ten verš?
It's said to be the Paribhasya Sutra, that means the essential verse of the script. Very good. Describing pure devotional service. And next to that, the next most significant verse, in the same light, as a description of devotional service, is another verse.
Takže toto je o čistej oddanej službe a potom ďalší veľmi dôležitý vers vlastne o oddanej službe je
At the very beginning of nectar of devotion. Regarding service, regarding who we serve.
Týka sa toho,
how we become
slúžime.
Free of all of this bondage, how the heart becomes purified.
Je to o tom, že ako sa očistí srdce.
And the translation of that verse is,
Aká je preklad tohto verša?
you can say in Slovak or Czech or whatever. Maybe you know that verse?
I don't know exactly.
Who would like to say it?
Kto chce povedať?
In another, that's the Sanskrit language that Prema has shared. Who would like to share it in Slovak? You say, you're speaking Slovak, or is it?
Yes.
Yeah, Slovak. Is it the same as Czech? Slightly different. You can understand it? You can understand it. Not quite the same. It's like American English and English English. Anyone know the translation?
Niekto vie preklad?
To je, že sa máme zbaviť všetkých falošných označení.
So the main point is that we should give up all the false designations.
We should do, indeed.
Mali by sme.
We should give up the false designations. The Guru Padis identifying with this, and that.
Mali by sme sa vzdať všetkých falošných
There's two ways of looking at this verse.
Ale sú dve možnosti, ako sa dívať na ten verš.
Premi is shaking her head. So what do you have to say? No, you shouldn't give them up.
She knows.
She knows. Oh, not no. Okay, say. I can't see you anymore, but you can still speak behind them.
Service means
Premase.
Huh?
back to your devotional service means to occupy all our sense in the service of Rishikesh, Krishna.
Takže bhakti alebo oddaná služba znamená, že mali by sme všetky svoje zmysly zamestnať v službe Rishikesh.
Fully engage our senses in Krishna service. All of them. This is one definition of devotion.
Všetky naše zmysly úplne zamestnať pre Krishnu. A potom?
The service of the Lord, that He's the Lord of the senses.
Pánovi, ktorý je pánom týchto zmyslov.
And by doing that, I know it in Spanish, sorry.
Well, you're getting there. You're doing well.
And by doing that,
You will obtain
Two things happen. There are other effects.
one get free.
One gets free. Do you want to get free? Freed of all bodily designation.
Keď to takto robíme, tak sú dve veci, ktoré z toho vyplývajú.
By fully engaging our senses. Mamcha yoga vicharina.
Budeme plne odpútaní od zmyslov.
That's one thing.
To je prvá vec.
And the other?
A druhá?
Tatparvena nirmalam.
Tatparvena nirmalam.
What does that mean? Nirmala. What's nirmala mean?
Co znamená nirmala?
Pardon?
Pure.
The heart becomes completely purified.
Srdce sa stane úplne čisté.
We purify our sense also.
Everything. The heart, if the heart's purified, naturally the senses become purified. And it's in a pure heart. It's in a pure heart that Krishna appears, you could say on that. Lotus of the pure heart. Evoked by pure devotional service. Is attracted to the pure devotion. This is the process.
Toto je
to
proces,
attract Krishna to our
aby sme
attention.
pritiahli Krishnu do svojho
Prabhupada
srdca.
said, don't try to see Krishna, act in a way that Krishna will see you.
Prabhupada povedal, nesnažte sa vidieť Krishnu, ale jednajte
He'll
takým
notice.
spôsobom, aby Krishna videl vás.
Despite all the difficulties, the devotee is trying to serve the Lord,
Takže aj napriek všetkým
trying to engage those
problémom
senses.
sa oddaní snažia slúžiť Krishnovi a zamestnať svoje zmysly.
So therefore Bhaktivinoda Thakur is calling out to us, please at least once relish the holy name of Krishna.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur volá, že prosím, aspoň raz si ochutnajte toto sveté meno.
Of course, relish is a very deep word in many ways.
A to slovo vychutnať je veľmi hlboké slovo v určitom slova zmysle.
And, we may not quite be relishing in the real sense of the word. One time Prabhupada said something interesting.
My väčšinou nemusíme byť kvalifikovaní v tom pravom zmysle to vychutnať.
One devotee said to Srila Prabhupada, he said, Srila Prabhupada, I feel so blissful when I chant Hare Krishna.
Raz jeden oddaný povedal Prabhupádovi, že Prabhupád, ja sa cítim taký blažený, keď spievam Hare Krishna.
Prabhupada said, you have no idea what bliss is.
Povedal mu, že ty nemáš ani poňatia o tom, čo znamená blaženosť.
Not that we're not getting any happiness, certainly we are.
Nie, že by sme žiadne šťastie
Or some
nemali
relief
z toho,
maybe.
alebo
Some
nejakú
enthusiasm maybe.
alebo entuziasmus.
Whatever, but actual bliss is another thing.
Ale skutočná blaženosť je niečo úplne iné.
Naturally manifests when the heart is completely purified in
A tá sa
devotion.
prirodzene prejavia, zjaví, keď to srdce je úplne očistené.
We're getting like maybe a little reflection or a little shadow of that bliss.
Môžeme mať taký záblesk alebo tieň tejto blaženosti.
Even that is better than any other kind of happiness.
To samozrejme lepšie akokoľvek iné.
Who else in Bratislava yesterday was happier than the devotees in the Sankirtan yesterday, going round and round a fountain?
Kto bol včera šťastnejší než oddaní v Bratislave, ktorí chodili stále dookola a dookola fontány?
Nothing particularly exciting about going round and round a fountain.
Nič vzrušujúce chodiť dookola okolo fontány.
Pulling ropes, there's nothing very exciting about pulling ropes.
Nie je to nič vzrušujúce.
Maybe you think some slaves, that's what slaves do, isn't it?
Vyzerá ako nejaké otroci, to robia
Maybe
otroci.
prisoners have to
Možno
pull
aj nejakí
ropes,
väzni,
you know.
oni musia ťahať tie
In Siberia or something, they make you
Na
pull
Sibíri.
ropes.
niekde.
Something like that. Doesn't sound very exciting, does it?
Nevyzerá to veľmi vzrušujúco.
But everyone was, I don't know about everyone, but I know many devotees were very, whatever, just free. You're free.
Mnohí oddaní boli
Don't care who you are.
niečo ako proste taký
Man,
voľný,
woman, this,
proste
that.
slobodný.
Dancing, freely, happy.
Tancovali,
You only could carry on forever like that,
voľne, boli šťastní.
isn't it? It'd be nice, huh?
Keby sme tak mohli s tým pokračovať.
That's Lord
bolo by to
Chaitanya's
pekné.
movement, to immerse us all in this Sankirtan.
Takže na to je hnutie Pána Chaitanya, aby všetkých nás
So simple.
vťahlo do Sankirtanu.
Anyone can chant.
Každý môže spievať.
Anyone, even a dog can chant.
Každý aj pes môže spievať.
It doesn't happen very often, but
To sa
sometimes.
často nedeje, ale
Children chant, everyone can chant.
Každý.
Drunkards, everyone.
Aj opitý.
So then, at least once relish. At least the taste is, it may not be a real relish in the absolute nature of relish, but at least the taste is there.
Takže není tam úplne také to vychutnanie, ale aspoň nejaká kvapka vlastne tej chuti by tam mohla byť u nás.
The result of that absolute taste is you have no interest in any other taste.
V skutočnosti tá absolútna úroveň alebo tá chuť je, že vy nemáte v ničom inom už chuť.
You have that book in Czech, Higher Taste?
Máte tú knižku v češtine,
Is it
vyššia
translated?
chuť. Je to preložené?
Higher Taste.
Vyššia chuť.
Cookbook.
Not exactly this one.
No. Very popular book.
Tuto nie.
Very popular.
Je veľmi populárna kniha.
It's quite it's relatively easy for people to follow too.
Je to relatívne jednoduché pre ľudí nasledovať.
Most of our books are a little difficult for the common man to relate with.
Ostatné knižky môžu byť pre bežného človeka trošku zložité sa k
This
nejako
book's a
vzťahovať.
little bit easier, you know.
Ale táto knižka je trošku jednoduchšia.
Talks about karma, reincarnation,
Karma, reinkarnácia,
environmental things, health,
environmentálne veci, zdravie,
digestion, different things like that.
rôzne veci.
And devotion, of course.
A o oddanosti.
Then it gives you a nice list of maybe 50 or 60 recipes.
A potom tam dáva tá knižka aj nejakých 50
Vegan and vegetarian both.
receptov o vegetariánstve.
Many people like that because it's a little easier to relate with it.
Že ľudia sa k tomu vedia ľahko vzťahovať.
The higher taste,
Vyššia chuť.
Krishna consciousness. So we get a little higher taste and we sort of, maybe quickly, lose attraction for other things.
Takže keby sme mali tú vyššiu chuť, aspoň trošku, tak veľmi rýchlo by sme
Many devotees, they
stratili záujem o ostatné veci.
came to this movement. I don't know everybody here, some of you were born in devotional lives, but many of you came from rather rough backgrounds.
Takže neviem, koľko z vás sa narodili v rodine oddaných, ale väčšina z nás
Drugs,
má tu na také pozadie,
drink,
trestné pozadie,
sport,
čiže
gambling,
alkohol, šport,
violence,
násilie,
whatever,
hazard,
all kinds of things, meat eating,
alkohol, jedenie mesa,
of course, especially sexual activities of all kinds.
Sexuálne aktivity rôzne druhy.
And very quickly, I mean, not everyone of course, but many people, immediately in many cases, that they immediately gave them up, all of them, or whatever they were doing. Just by chanting Hare Krishna, incredible.
V podstate hneď
On the spot.
sa ich vzdajú, keď začnú spievať Sväté
People used to join the temple, maybe still do. On the spot, they just stop these things.
A hneď na mieste častokrát nechajú tie veci.
We meet people on Sankirtan sometimes, and if they hear about what we're doing, and we don't tell them necessarily, but you guys, you know, you don't eat meat, you don't drink liquor, you don't smoke,
tak vlastne
you don't gamble, you don't, maybe some little sports there, but you don't really go for sport either.
Nerobíte šport?
You don't have sex unless you're married. And then I've heard you only do it restrictedly, in a restricted way.
Robíme to nejakým reštriktívnym spôsobom.
What on earth are you doing?
A čo vlastne robíte?
There's nothing left.
Čo nič vám nezostalo?
I've had people say, I'd rather die than do that.
Ja by som radšej zomrel, aby som keby som
May as well die, there's nothing left.
Ja by som zomrel, však nič by mi
No television,
Žiadna televízia,
no chocolate.
žiadna čokoláda.
We won't push the issue.
Nebudeme to ďalej pušovať.
What do you do? What do you guys do?
Pýtajú sa,
You just sit there mumbling all day long.
sedíte tu.
Mumble, 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 mumble. What are you guys doing?
Mumláte celý deň.
Crazy.
Je to šialené.
Crazy. Eating lettuce leaves and bumbling and mumbling.
Jete
Jumping around like idiots. Dressed in bed sheets.
mumláte tam a potom ako skačete ako idioti v tých
You
pláchach.
guys are brainwashed.
Vy ste vybití, máte internet
You're wasting your life.
a stratili ste svoj
You could
život.
be enjoying yourself. Nightclub,
Mali by ste si užívať v nočnom
bar,
v bare,
sports arena.
v športovej aréne.
Maybe don't go to a brothel, but whatever. Different things are there.
Ale
Gamble.
povedia, že
Enjoy yourself. Let your hair down. You don't have any.
Užívajte si.
The men don't have any. The men don't have any hair to let down. They've already.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
The men don't have any hair to let down. In English, when you say let your hair down, it means just be free and do whatever you like.
Že v angličtine je také príslove, že nechajte spadnúť všetky vlasy a že budete úplne ako slobodní, ale že ani tie vlasy nemajú často.
One time in Los Angeles, it was Rath Yatra.
Raz v Los Angeles bola
They're big Rath Yatra there. And Badri Narayan, some of you have heard of Badri Narayan Swami.
A Bhadrinarayan Swami, možno
He wasn't
ste
Swami.
počuli,
He was serving prasad.
a on slúžil prasadám.
Thousands of people queuing up.
Prišlo tam tisíce
And there's a lot
ľudí.
of school kids. There was like a whole group of school kids happened to pass by, and they all stood and certain waiting, queued up for prasad.
A bola tam taká skupina detí.
And one of the kids got to right up to just about to get the plate, and suddenly his mother appeared. Said, "Stop! Stop!
Tomu dieťaťu išli dať plét s
Don't
prasadám.
take that food! Don't do it! No, no!" She stopped him.
A matka povedala, stop, zastav to, nedávajte mu to jedlo.
Bhadrinarayan Prabhu said, "Madam, why not?" He said, Bhadrinarayan was serving, he said, "Why not, madam?"
A Bhadrinarayan povedal jeho mame, že prečo nie, madam?
And she said, "I know what you put in that food.
A ona povedala, ja viem, čo vydávate do toho
I know.
jedla.
Otherwise, why are you so happy?"
Inak, prečo by ste boli takí
"I
šťastní?
know.
Ja to viem.
You are putting drugs in that food," she
Ja
said.
viem, vydávate drogy do toho.
"Otherwise, how is it you can be so happy?"
Ako by ste ináč mohli byť tak šťastní?
"Madam, we're so happy because we don't take drugs.
A on povedal, madam, my sme tak šťastní, pretože my
We
nepijeme
don't
drogy.
drink.
My nepijeme,
We don't smoke.
nefajčíme.
We don't have unnecessary sex life.
Nemáme zbytočný sex.
We don't
život.
eat meat, fish, eggs, all these things.
Nejeme meso, vajce,
We don't
ryby
gamble
a tak
or
ďalej.
waste our time.
Nehazardujeme, nestrácame svoj čas.
That's why we're happy.
To je
Not
preto,
because we do.
preto sme šťastní, pretože toto robíme.
Interesting.
Zaujímavé.
Of course, she wasn't convinced, but anyway.
A nebola presvedčená, ale aj tak.
What to do. So once try to. This higher taste, this relish. We may not be very advanced, but at least something is there. And otherwise, how on earth can we live like we do?
Takže vlastne potrebujeme tú vyššiu chuť a možno nie sme takí pokročili, ale preto vlastne, ak by sme boli, ako by sme potom ináč mohli robiť veci, ktoré inak robíme.
The more we chant, the more the heart becomes.
Čím viac my čantujeme, tým
Maybe
viac
sometimes a little dirt
sme šťastní.
appears because we're cleaning the heart and we may get carried away with it a little bit. A little dirt comes up
A
sometimes.
počas spievania môže sa tam objaviť niekedy
Desires.
špina, pretože vlastne je to
Temptations.
očisťovanie,
Doubts,
túžby,
Challenges.
výzvy,
they may come.
nejaké.
Because they're there already, they just come to the surface and
Pretože prichádzajú veci,
carry on
na povrch.
chanting.
Ale čo máme robiť, len pokračovať v spievaní
Keep chanting no matter what.
a pokračovať v spievaní vždycky.
Okay, we'll sing this song.
Budeme spievať túto pieseň.
Have you got it?
Máte ju?
Where? Anyone can play harmonium to the song? Do we have a harmonium or
Niekto
not?
hraje na harmonium k tejto
Maybe we
piesni.
don't have one, I don't know. There was one. Valmiki had one earlier.
Ja som hudobníčka, ale neviem, či by som poznala melódiu.
Musela by si si ju nájsť počas toho, čo budeme hrať
Okay.
spievať.
Sorry?
Viete mi to nájsť?
She's a musician.
Ja som aj musician.
Musician?
Aj composer.
Wow.
Aj viem hrať, aj now.
Actually, she's
Ale
the
nemám
teacher
noty.
of
Music.
music.
Just wonderful. You can
No specific melody.
melodies. Well, this has its own melodies, so you have to follow the melody, of course.
I try.
Try it.
Ak je to pomôcť.
You can use anything. This is another beauty of Krishna consciousness. Everything can be engaged in Krishna's service. Well, we need the harmonium, of course. If there isn't one, there's not much we can do. We're going to do 2-beat. Is that okay? 2-beat. Somebody can play 2-beat, please? Many of you can play 2-beat.
Budeme to
I
robiť
don't know.
tam takt dvojitý.
Sarvasuka can play also. Gay Gora Madhur Svare, Gay Gora Madhur Svare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I may go down a little bit. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gay Gora Madhur Svare, Gay Gora Madhur Svare, Gay Gora Madhur Svare, Gay Gora Madhur Svare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vihe Thakko, Vani Thakko, Sada He Bole Thakko, Vihe Thakko, Vani Thakko, Sada Hari Bole Thakko, Vihe Thakko, Vani Thakko, Sada Hari Bole Thakko, Vihe Thakko, Vani Thakko, Sukhe dukhe pulonako, Padne Hari Naam Korre. Sukhe dukhe pulonako, Sukhe dukhe pulonako, Padne Hari Naam Korre. Sukhe dukhe pulonako, Padne Hari Naam Korre. Gay Gora Madhur Svare, Gay Gora Madhur Svare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hacho meche Kanduye Maya Jagare Ekon Chaitanya Paye Radha Madhav Nam Bole Ekon Chaitanya Paye Radha Madhav Nam Bole Ekon Chaitanya Paye Radha Madhav Nam Bole Chaitanya Paye Gay Gora Madhur Svare Gora Madhur Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Jivanno hoilo shesh Nabajile Rishikesh Jivanno hoilo shesh Nabajile Rishikesh Jivanno hoilo shesh Nabajile Rishikesh Kakatiri Narapadesh Ek Panam Rase Mathore Kakatiri Narapadesh Bhakti Vinod Pradesh Ek Panam Rase Mathore Bhakti Vinod Pradesh Ek Panam Rase Mathore Gay Gora Madhur Svare Gay Gora Madhur Svare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Wait Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Wait Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Bolo bolo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Gora Madhur Svare, Gora Madhur Svare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Shila Prabhupada ki jai.